Think of the worst decision you made last year. Now here is the strange part. In the moment, it felt obvious. It felt like the smart move. You were not being stupid. You were being steered. 5 hidden traps were making the choice for you, and you never felt a single one of them happen. This is the decision vault. 5 locks, 5 keys. Let's open the first one. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The more sure you feel, the less you should trust the feeling. Your mind is built to make sense of whatever it sees, fast, and then hand you a story that feels complete. Your brain builds confidence from the information in front of you, and it never accounts for the information you are missing. So a thin story and a deep one can feel equally certain. Confidence is not a measure of how right you are. It is a measure of how good a story your mind built from too little. That is why smart people get burned. Being smart makes the story more coherent, not more correct. You feel sure, you stop looking, and the gap you never saw is the one that costs you. Before any real decision, ask one question. What would I have to know to be wrong here? That single question forces your mind to go hunting for the missing piece, instead of admiring the story it already built. Lock 1. Open. The first number you hear quietly bends every number that comes after it. Throw any figure in front of someone, even a random one, and their estimate drifts toward it without their permission. The salesperson names a high price first, and now every counteroffer feels reasonable because it sits below that anchor. The first salary mention shapes the whole negotiation. You think you are reasoning from scratch. You are reasoning from a starting point someone else handed you. The reason this is so dangerous is that you feel completely free while it happens. The anchor does not feel like pressure. It feels like the natural neighborhood of the right answer. When a number lands first, do not argue with it. Replace it. Before you respond, decide your own number from your own facts, in private, and write it down. Then negotiate from yours. An anchor only works while it is the only number in the room. The moment you bring your own, its grip breaks. Lock 2. Open. Losing hurts more than winning feels good, and that imbalance runs your life more than you think. The pain of losing something is roughly twice as strong as the pleasure of gaining the same thing. So you cling to the job, the project, the relationship that is clearly not working, because walking away feels like a loss, even when staying is the bigger loss. This is the trap behind the sunk cost mistake. You keep pouring time and money into something only because you already poured time and money into it. The past is gone either way, but your mind treats quitting as a loss, so you stay, and the hole gets deeper. Ask the reset question. If I were starting fresh today, with nothing already invested, would I choose this? If the honest answer is no, you are not protecting a gain. You are feeding a loss. What you spent is already spent. The only choice that exists is the one in front of you right now. Lock 3. Open. We believe more options make us freer and happier. Past a point, they do the opposite. When the options pile up, 3 things happen. Deciding gets harder, so you freeze or put it off. After you choose, you imagine all the paths you did not take, so satisfaction drops. And expectations climb so high that even a good choice feels like a letdown. More choice, less peace. This is why smart, capable people stall on simple decisions. It is not weakness, it is overload. The mind handed too many doors does not feel powerful. It feels paralyzed, and then it regrets. Become a satisficer, not a maximizer. Set your standards in advance. Then take the first option that clears the bar. Good enough, chosen and acted on, beats perfect, searched for forever. Today, pick one nagging decision and set the rule before you look. If it meets these 3 things, I choose it and I stop searching. Then, honor the rule. Lock 4. Open. Most bad decisions are not bad answers. They are answers to a question that was too narrow. We box ourselves into whether or not. Should I quit or not? Should I take it or not? The frame itself is the trap, because it hides every other path. Decisions framed as whether or not fail far more often than decisions where people weigh two or more real options. Smart people fall hardest here because once the question is set, they reason brilliantly inside the box and never question the box. Ask, what else could I do, and force at least one more real option onto the table. Better still, try the vanishing options test. Imagine the choice in front of you is suddenly off the table. Now what would you do? That question breaks the frame open and reveals the paths the narrow question was hiding. Lock 5. Open. 5 locks, 5 keys. Carry these out the door. 1. The confidence trap. Ask what would have to be true for you to be wrong. 2. The anchor trap. Set your own number before you hear theirs. 3. The loss trap. If you were starting fresh today, would you still choose this? 4. The options trap. Set the standard, then take the first option that clears it. 5. The narrow frame trap. Always ask what else you could do. You will never stop these biases from firing. Nobody does. But now you can feel them happen, and the moment you feel a trap, you are no longer trapped by it. The smartest people in the room are not the ones who never get fooled. They are the ones who know the exact ways they get fooled, and check. Master your mind. Here's how it works. Every milestone we hit unlocks something free, from the discipline system to all 5 vaults. So subscribe, give this a like, and share it with someone who needs it. Find everything at Learning from AI.